kind of welcoming area, that'll be full of flowers and vegetation. And then this whole thing, if you look at the other page where you can see inside the store, this is like a glass cube. And so that will be.
This
open
part.
now. This part right here.
Okay, so
This is inside the building.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
One, this part, you have to,
That one?
Yeah.
Already, I got
that's the garage door he's talking about.
Right here.
So
So
this will be refrigeration?
you're looking into the building here.
Yeah.
That little box on the right side that says flower garage is this thing. So that garage door opens and you have this kind of, it's not inside, but it is.
Right.
Okay.
So we're gonna do something.
But is
fun.
that your refrigeration? So the flowers?
No, I mean, I guess in the winter it could be, but I'm just gonna have it, when you go to like a flower shop, they have their flowers outside. So that'll be.
Two issues
Yes, ma'am.
that you need to solve for me. One, where's your queuing? Which I'm assuming you're gonna tell me is the flower shop showroom.
So typically when you walk into a dispensary, there's, and they're all different, but typically you have a check-in,
Mhm.
right? And I don't want it to look like a doctor's office. I want it to be a welcoming, warm space to come into and also have flowers working at. So you walk into the flower shop and that's where you check your ID and that's like your little waiting room.
So my concern is for people who think it's a flower shop.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to put over 21 on the outside, because if I live in the neighborhood and I see a flower shop and I'm walking down the street with my kid, I'm walking in to buy flowers with my kid, but this is not a flower shop, this is a pot shop.
It will be both.
Correct, but you cannot
Want me
have
to know-
children.
Right.
It's illegal to have children on the premises.
Absolutely. So the idea is that we don't want we don't want children in the shops. So the idea is you have a barrier between where cannabis store is.
Citizens, you can't have kids in this entire floor.
Okay, so we'll have to put over 21, right, prominently visible
But
outside.
then they're gonna ask you why over 21 if it's a flower shop.
Yes.
All right.
That's his worry.
So,
Our worry is that the public should
No.
understand that it is not
They
a
can't,
location
sure.
that children may walk into. No high schooler is gonna come in and say, but I wanna buy a flower for my mom.
Some
Yeah, different kinds of buds.
yeah,
Okay.
understood.
Rich,
Okay, this might be a moot point because it's not a controversial location, but if you just look at the signature page, there's not one signature that's.
we have more.
Well, I'm just looking at what I see. So on the part of the application, there's not one signature that's within the radius of a neighbor.
Well, I guess all my signatures were taken from within 2 blocks of
No,
here.
no. I'm looking at Madison Avenue. I'm looking-
Listen.
An additional
No,
list.
I'm not, hold on. Time. He just said all of my signatures are taken within a 2 blocks radius. That's not true.
Yeah.
Now, those signatures might be, but these are not, so all of your signatures are not.
That's
But
the same list.
I'm just looking at what I have,
He
so
just has a few.
just
more.
quick advertising, that's all.
Right,
So-
well,
Here's
So-
what we're gonna have, here's what you're gonna do for us.
Yeah.
Our board meeting is September 30th. We would like that whatever we decide here gets voted on by the full board.
okay,
By September 30th, I need you to have one of these petitioner supports filled out.
Yeah.
That can include people who work in the neighborhood, that has to be specified, but addresses like 1190 Madison Avenue have no relevance
They
for
don't
us,
need to meet.
right? I mean, I love lots of stuff, but that you've got on here, they're not within a residential,
does anyone, like,
Yes.
cause I was
yes.
here, right? So I was talking to people that were passing through this little concourse.
Right, that's
No,
different
but you
than-
need.
I would say half the people on there work 1 or 2 blocks. So
That's right.
so half of the people that are on that list are people that don't live right here, but they do work right
Okay,
here.
so that's what Tammy said, then,
You can have people
that
that
category would be under working in the area.
Okay,
Right, and so you need to get
Specify that.
workers in the area
yeah,
And some people.
and some people who live in the area.
Even the ones on Duane Street, that address are not in the area, that's like going towards Greenwich Street. But anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are residential buildings that are not far from your Reed Street, right? And there are residential buildings further down. the street. It's,
On Chambers Street.
and on Chambers,
On Broadway.
right,
And
so
Broadway.
there are around you, you may not know it, but they will end up being your friends and family and neighbors, and
Absolutely.
you should get to know them.
Okay,
What are we?
so I am gonna propose that, unless,
You have all your other requirements, right?
Drawing.
Where are you parking the deliveries?
inside,
We have a few bikes.
Where? I don't see storage in there, I see showroom, display wall, product vaults and
he'll
bathroom.
put it in the garage.
And is that bathroom accessible for the public?
No,
You will not have a public bathroom?
no. If they don't make me. I'm trying to do the least amount
I
of.
thought you had,
I thought you had that.
Yeah,
I thought you had,
we have a,
It's a,
it was one bathroom in the back, just that.
Well, for that matter, is your entrance accessible? You have steps? No, you have steps.
The back entrance is already ADA accessible,
That is this? That's the back end?
further back.
This is a,
That's not technically an entrance, that's more like a display area.
well, where's your entrance?
Is it the emergency exit?
So we're on the corner,
Right.
so,
where you put main entrance, which goes into the flower shop showroom,
yeah,
is that ADA accessible?
No, there's those two steps there.
here. So here's our front entrance, the corner, and here we already have the ramp into this is another entrance.
That's an emergency exit that you're saying.
We'll make this accessible to the store.
I don't understand.
You
Right
have
here.
main entrance and.
Let's just click, main entrance, you have two stairs.
Main entrance, here.
Not,
that's
not
not-
ADA accessible.
no,
Emergency exit.
Already.
But the emergency exit, how do I gain access to that? Do I have a doorbell I have to ring? How do I get you to come to get me to go in?
Yes, we'll have staff that if someone needs to come in, we make sure that they can come in for that.
I would suggest that you're better off figuring out a ramp for the main entrance than this. I don't know how to
I don't know how to,
get
yeah.
there.
This is right on the sidewalk.
No, but how am I gonna tell you I'm there?
Oh, we have people right in the front that have the ID when you come in, so if somebody.
But I can't come in. I'm ADA, you can't come in. So how am I gonna let
So
you
we have a
know?
board member who's
In the scooter.
in a scooter, she's
Yeah.
wheelchair bound, right?
Do you know the owner? of the-
If she walked in, if she wanted to come into your store.
Yeah.
She'd have no way to, you have to figure out ADA accessibility more than, we'll let them in the back door. Right, that's not, they can't get in to notify your person at the check-in desk.
Right.
Obviously, you have to have security, but you're gonna have to provide signage. And our suggestion beyond signage, which we will put in here, is that you figure out a ramp for the.
But also, they don't want to be treated like second-class citizens, so it
Right,
should look like,
Coming
you know,
into
it
the
needs to
back.
I guess and I'm all for it. My question is, if none of the other stores on that block.
we don't care.
Yeah.
You have to be ADA.
Just understand
The beauty
something,
of
there's
town
no,
Just wondering how they manage
Talk
it.
it doesn't
I don't
matter,
know.
I don't know.
Because in our case, we have accessibility.
But-
Like,
But I have to be able to contact you to say I need to come in. And I don't want it to look like I'm going through the back door.
You can put a ramp over by you can figure that out with FedEx. From that FedEx entrance, you can put a
I don't think,
temporary ramp.
I think you can.
Yes.
Take a
think
look-
the length
take a
of
look
the-
What happened on Duane Street?
all right, well, if we can,
Broad enough, yeah.
I
it's
think-
gonna have to be long enough, though.
Just, we asked that you figure that out.
Yeah,
And
figure it
I
then
will
I
address.
don't have time to go in because
it will be in our stipulation. It will be in
What
our
else?
resolution. Jean had a question.
I apologize, I had a
Oh, I'm sorry.
board of election thing, but, training for women. Two questions I have, you may have already answered them. 5 and 10 events, a year, what kind of events would you be having at a cannabis store?
Typically, you'll have brands come in and do like informative, events where they're, telling people, they send a representative, like if you had, like, if you went to a grocery store and you have someone standing there with like cheese and giving, that kind of thing, so, yeah.
The other cannabis type of events.
Mhm.
And
We're not throwing parties. We're
Okay.
we're hosting, brands
Events.
within the industry that.
And they
would-
can't
So
consume
there
the
will be
product on
no-
the premises.
There's no consumption on the property.
And you will return to us if you ever choose to do the consumption license?
Sadly, it's not big enough to do that.
Love that, no offense.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
We're thrilled.
And are you doing buyouts?
Dwayne's by the African burial.
So
So
clarify,
What Jean's talking about at the end, what she asked about,
Listen, thank you.
what Jean was talking about at the end, when she talks about 5 to 10 parties.
I work in that area and I know the African burial ground is, even when it's closed, there are people that come by and pray and have moments of, so, I mean, how close are you to that very sacred place?
That's
Was it true?
We're close to that sacred place
it's not even-
and it's a very important element to consider. And this specific location doesn't even have space to have events, and we're not trying to have any sort of overflow up onto the streets. So we want to be very respectful of what's around us. And the purpose of this store is for people to come in, become educated, and consume or to take our product away from the property. So any gathering that we would have in the space is specifically for the purpose of educating, activating brands within the
You're
space.
allowed to have. You're allowed to have.
Right. And Jean, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not illegal
Right.
unless it was a church
Right.
or a house of worship
Or
or
a
a
school.
school or a public youth facility.
That's a shame because it really is a church.
Well,
Yeah,
like
but
I said,
not
we're,
technically.
Not technically.
That's, we can't do anything.
It's okay. But the answer on the question for your buyouts.
Yeah.
Brand activations, it's a store that's open to the public. A buyout is a private event
uh-huh,
that takes your entire space. Are you doing those?
not,
Perfect.
yeah, let's say for now, no.
Thank you.
Is that something?
No. Music.
Yeah.
So before Mitch tells you, music for us is, if anybody can hear it outside, it is not acceptable.
Got it.
So it's gotta be.
I've been a DJ for 20 years, so I know all the decibel rules and all this kind of stuff.
Okay,
So
fine.
we're gonna keep it tight and,
And there's no one living above you.
no, it's all.
And there's no one living behind.
Well, it's if you hear it in the street.
Right,
Yeah. We understand it's a, especially with the burial ground there, we're gonna keep it compact and,
So- This is what we're gonna do. We're going to take a vote, but we have a caveat. And the caveat is basically, one, you're going to get us more signatures from the community,
Relevance.
relevant, all right, to the area and to, people who occupy the residences. Two, you're going to figure out something and give us some kind of drawing or something to show us how it's going to be accessible for mobility impaired people. Whether you put something down, but a note or a scooter,
clarify that.
okay?
Yeah.
And did I miss anything?
In the new hours?
Of
I
the new
wasn't paying
hours.
attention to you. About the bathroom, did you include that?
He's not having a bathroom.
No, I'm sorry, not the bathroom, the entrance, the ADA.
Yeah.
And
If
then,
someone really needs a bathroom, of course, we're gonna, but
Yeah.
the idea is, we want
It's
people to
fine,
come
but
in.
the most
Oh,
important thing to me at this point
Yes.
is that there is signage and people understand it's over 21. We will
Correct.
not have
That was the
children
third
or
thing.
families who wander in to buy flowers.
Flowers, okay?
And I say this because the only flower shop that we have in Tribeca, that's like a corner market store that has kind of like that vibe that you're talking about, is closing. So I could see it being a, oh gee, look, we can go buy flowers here.
The Korean, that deli on the corner of Hudson and, yeah.
What's it in what?
So it's
Talking about Morgan?
it's an attractive thing. I
Not
definitely
Morgan.
agree with you. It'd be
The
back-
idea.
Well, Reynolds Plaza,
Her-
and the store.
Don't want
That's Morgan.
Sign up, okay?
Morgan's is close.
And-
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
But
that-
when I,
One
One
last,
Yeah,
I just
Morgan's been
noticed,
there for a long
I think the wall,
We did that. He's bringing us new signatures.
well, people,
Hudson Reed.
yeah, but he needs, no, people are not really signing their names. They're signing their first name and last initial. Full name, please.
Okay. It's, stopping people there to get signatures is quite a job, but
You can say, please
Yeah.
sign and be as clear as you
it's
can.
pretty sociable,
Can't do
but
more
it's
than that.
quite the hardest part of this whole thing, but
So I would propose,
happy to do it.
that with the caveats, that and that we're bringing it to the full board, that we vote on this now, and I need someone to
Call the question.
And the second vote, the hours, the new hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 to 8, and Sunday, 12 to 4.
Yeah, nine, eight.
Okay,
Agreed.
so, all in favor?
With the correct.
Yes. Any opposed? One. And online, Joel?
Joe was on.
Any recusals?
You never know. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Good luck. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you so much. What do I do next?
Sign this, get it back to me.
So that's my one copy that's notarized. You want that one? Because I do have that.
You need to make the changes.
You need to make the changes
You
on it.
didn't fill it out. Did you fill that out?
Oh, yeah, this one's filled out.
No, so take that.
Okay, so.
No, I need that signed and returned.
Here. Sign it. No.
No, it's gonna be notarized.
Yes, I'll do it. Remind me to bring that to No, nothing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Karen.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We'll
Thank you
see.
so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
If you
Thank you.
choose to
Can
join
I
us
take
at
everybody's
the
hand?
first,
Yeah, that is when?
make sure you get the signature. today.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
It's September 30th.
Correct, and you can turn it online.
You're opening it up.
You don't have.
Oh,
to-
no, we're not open. That would be very fast.
All right. Okay,
Next.
85 West Broadway.
Hotel. It's the hotel with the restaurant and something.
Yeah, the one on the,
These guys don't have a liquor license?
maybe I'll find another.
Sworn to.
Sure.
Thank you.
Store, their complaints, their restaurant, what's the noise level? Thank you. I don't want to share.
I don't need to share, I have.
Well, here.
Corner of West Broadway and Chambers.
Were there any?
That's the feather.
This one. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you did.
Do you need anything down there?
Yeah, that's the feather.
Other than talking, Mitch, do you need anything?
Both of them.
Before we get started, just a reminder that for those online, we need to try to keep the front stop to a minimum. So whoever has the floor, please let them finish what they're saying, and then we can jump in with questions one at a time. Thank you.
Susan, ready for me?
I'm ready, Donald.
Thank you. So this is the Skip Hotel, which we all probably know. It's been around since 2009. This is the third owner of that hotel since then. So this is a transfer application. The food and beverage operator that has been there for a number of years, Mr. John Collins, is staying. So we're happy to keep him. I'm here with Jacob and Patrick, representing ownership in the management company. They have experience, a lot of experience in hotels. Rebel Management has, that's 5 hotels in New York City? 10 hotels in New York City that they manage, and 25 hotels totally throughout the country. The operation is going to remain the same. Nothing is changing. The name is going to remain the same. As far as the public is concerned, there are no changes at all. The hours are the same that they've been. The hotel is open 24/7. There is a restaurant that is open from Sunday to Wednesday, 7 to 10, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 to 10:30. So this is not a late night hotel. They don't have event space. The only outdoor spaces are room terraces that are private. They're not any outdoor spaces that are open to the public. There is a cellar food and beverage outlet as well. That is open Sunday through Thursday from 5 PM to midnight, and Friday, Saturday from 5 PM to 2 AM. In all the spaces, there's background recorded music only, and there's, yes, Susan, you got a.
Is that space been used before? It's not new, the cellar.
Correct.
It has been, and the hours.
2010. Yes, the hour.
That's my biggest concern. We gave you a lot of hours that we wouldn't do anymore.
Yeah.
That's, Friday to Saturday, the cellar to 2 AM. It is in the original. I'll have to look it up. I believe you, Donald.
Can you take a look?
But we'll take a look. My biggest concern is the rooftop. So I want you to explain what's gonna happen on the rooftop.
I'm sorry. That's what I was gonna say. I thought
It
you
is?
said that wasn't.
No.
Oh, a different one. Okay.
This is the sidewalk.
Oh, the sidewalk. Kevin.
Sidewalk is not part of this. Next year we'll apply, we'll come back.
You don't have a lot of room, but all right.
Whatever we have, we'll apply
All
for
right.
a fee, we'll
Come
come
back.
back, and we'll add it to the license, so
Okay.
we're not filing for that.
Pat,
Have you had a lot of, any complaints about because in the beginning, that restaurant was.
Operator, that was, I remember.
I'm not either.
Nothing, I mean, I went to first.
Okay, just be aware.
The neighborhood, the guests and the neighbors like, we don't.
No, I just wanna know that there's been no, because in the beginning, it was a
Saying
big
no.
controversial
Right.
issue.
Really?
Yeah,
When it first
yes,
opened?
yeah.
What was it?
About the noise from the interior, it's the interior restaurant, right, it's outside? Yeah, that was the one that was, yeah, so just be
So
aware.
Tammy and I did not imagine this.
No.
It says rooftop in this application.
Where's it say?
Where's?
It says cellar, ground dash rooftop, residential unit not included in licensed space
Yeah, look.
on the application,
Yeah.
right?
So
And then you have here
No, no.
Hotel-
The whole building, there's no
hold on a
rooftop.
second. You have hotel with public restaurant, cellar lounge, and sidewalk cafe, outdoor seating for sidewalk. You intend to apply for DOT outdoor dining? Yes.
Yes.
So even if you're putting it off to next year, your application here includes it. So we'll talk to you, you've got it here. So we're happy to discuss that pending what you present for a revocable.
Yeah, I don't think we have a design for the sidewalk cafe, so I'd rather just remove it. There is no rooftop, so that was just.
So you have hours listed for the sidewalk cafe?
Those are intended hours, but
So-
we're not just.
Donald, let's make your life easy. Don't argue against us. Let's have that dialogue now, so you can only have to go back to SLA one time and don't have to come back here.
But the SLA won't let us. We can't. Because when the SLA sends a deficiency notice, which they do on almost every application, if you don't have the DOT permit by then you have to drop it from your application. Do you have your sidewalk plan then? Do you have a plan for your outdoor seating? Have you done a diagram with seating?
No, so they're not ready.
We're gonna leave it off. You'll
So we're
come back.
scratching this
I don't
rooftop
love it,
off,
and
right?
I'm gonna put it in the resolution.
And we're gonna have,
And take off the
We have
rooftop.
to measure.
so SLA asks us to send, like when we do renewals and we have other people, if we know that they're doing sidewalk, we try and make, to be business friendly, we like to try and make it so you don't have to come back to us because I'm sure you'd rather be off running your 9 other hotels and not coming and hanging out with us. So we're trying to be a little bit more business friendly on that. Donald, we're delighted to have you to come back and to take this off, but
Back anyway. But we don't have the plan, so I don't think we can do anything.
Okay, that's.
So look, we're scratching this off, right?
What
That's
I
gone.
need is a new 30-day notice.
which are you scratching?
That.
And the first
Yeah.
page where it says, first one, scratch the rooftop, and then the second is number 8.
Any other thing, any other questions?
so you're removing the rooftop.
And
Yes.
number 8.
Here, and all of the sidewalk.
Yes.
The hours we're keeping as they did the original hours prior to business. Okay,
Are those hours for the restaurant in the middle of the hotel also?
no,
Restaurant hours are till 10, during the week at 10:30 Thursday.
it's on the back of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, restaurant, cellar and side.
Yes, it's right in there. Okay, so, someone call the question?
All the questions.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
So many on Saturday,
There, any recusal?
There's Joe. Was that Joe?
Joan, what is your vote?
Who is that?
No, I'm fine.
You're not voting? Okay.
I'm voting,
Um,
voting
yes.
I said it's fine.
When
He's fine.
Donald, when you do come back for sidewalk, please remember liquor hours on Sundays are not at 7 a.m. Because
You hear what she said? She doesn't want you to open the sidewalk.
We don't do it till 10,
yeah, the
And you have
outdoor
to
dining
close at
doesn't allow alcohol.
so this was,
So there were no refusals, no.
no, nothing, everybody was in favor.
If you're in for the details.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Good luck.
Well,
Now, 48 one.
So, forty-eight Wall.
Yeah, right. Oh,
For the guys who's not.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm making noise.
I'm not arguing, but I'm concerned.
But anything be controversial, no one listens.
of that name.
This is fancy schmancy.
Oh, this is, I think this is the spot, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of those.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
So this is, 48 Wall Street. Michael Tardy is here.
Hi, everyone.
Andrew Heaton's also involved, and I know you all know Andrew.
You know Andrew.
Yes. And Michael and Denise are here as well. This is family business catering facility. I'm gonna turn it over to Michael in just a second. What I want to tell you that he is going to, so it's a catering facility in essence. The space is not open to the public. It's just a third party booked events. What I want to tell you that Michael is going to make a point of is that for the past 12 years, so we've been operating the space. We're well aware. Let me turn it over to Michael.
Thank you. Without a proper license.
No, they don't have a license. They have catering permits.
Right.
Well, that's why I'm here, right? So, but by the way, I want to start by saying hello neighbors, because I could say that after 12 plus years. I have started my career at the neighborhood with the Museum of American Finance. I'd like to see a show of hands of everyone that has been in the Museum of American Finance. The Museum of American Finance is something special to me, because when I came into that space, the best thing that we did was, we didn't want it to be a catering facility. We did not want it to be an event space. What we wanted to do is preserve the history of our neighborhood and preserve the history of our building. You know, what's great about that is that the Museum of American Finance got to actually extend itself and extend its stay, because everyone in the room knows how expensive having a commercial building the size of 48 Wall Street costs. Because we offsetted it and did educational events, non-for-profit events, and we were able to do local businesses, because most of our clientele that comes are walking distance to our building. You know, there's so many event spaces that are out there that are not giving back to the community. They're not giving back to the local people. There's non-for-profits that don't have the money to do so. So with us, you know, being in that building, my goal was not only to be able to take those folks in, but preserving what it is. So really our local clientele that comes are walking distance. So we cut down on the traffic. That's a basic 95% of our business is walking distance. And what's great about this room, like I like to see a show of hands, does anyone ever see me, heard about me, or ever had a problem with it? Yeah, I mean, of course, you ladies, you know, of course, because I've been operating the building, but you only heard of me, not on a bad level. Like you never had a traffic issue, you never had.
We have traffic issues. Don't go there, Mike.
Like, be careful. Quietly and carefully.
But, you know, our space is basically put together where we control everything in the space.
So I just have a question, okay? I have many questions, but we had someone come here who we understood had a lease for the space. So you're telling me X now, and you've been carrying on, but they were gonna have a huge, like a Cirque du Soleil kind of thing. And we approved it, if I'm not mistaken. And I just want to understand what happened.
So what happened, unfortunately, with that is the power of the money and the power of the brand, and the power of the people. So basically that is that when you come in, you're representing an organization that's corporately ran. Anyone in the business that's smart with the numbers or business level are gonna entertain them. They're gonna entertain it not for the best of the neighborhood, they're gonna entertain it for the best of the owner's pocket. So I got shafted on the back end of that deal. And what happened was, I always learned when I was a young boy, my mom always told me, you know, karma comes around. You know, and it circles. When you're a good person and you protect the neighborhood that has protected you for the last 12 years, guess what happens? Here I am today. And they're not.
They may not be not because it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with the landlord. I don't know the landlord, but, you know, that may have been something that happened between them. But that's, I just had to understand, because we had an understanding that that was the deal.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to know.
And we went over everything with them in terms of the
Changes.
concerns and the changes and everything. So we're happy to go over all of that.
I would love to. Thank you.
Keep going.
Absolutely. So any questions anyone has so far?
I think I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Just curiosity, you know, the volume of music could be as loud as it wants, as long as it's not heard outside, so it doesn't, it's, that's definitely background music. So you have background checked, and then you have other checked. I'm just curious what other would be.
Yeah, so what happens with us is that our facility is actually put together as being more of a corporate facility. We do more corporate events. You know, with us, so we do a lot of sound checks, audio checks. You know, we're not like really, our focus is not really a wedding business.
No, but I'm saying, if background music is checked,
Mhm.
you can have Metallica in Madison Square Garden, but if you don't hear it outside, it's okay. So,
I think, let me ask.
yeah,
you.
the other,
And this question is how you define background music. If you define background music, it's not being heard by people that live in the community, then it's background.
Right.
But it's not background in the normal sense of the word.
I understand, but that's the
So I-
definition we, yeah.
If that's the definition you use, then we can say it's background, right?
Yes,
So what you're saying is you can have a DJ, you can have live music,
Right.
it can be pumped up, as long as no one can hear it,
Correct.
they define it as.
So that's what, so other really doesn't have to be checked.
Right, you're correct, you're correct.
I wasn't sure how clear the
Yeah.
definition is. If you're confirming that's the definition, then it's background.
Well, let the boss confirm. But that's what it is, yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm sorry, Susie.
Are you done with your presentation? Because we do have questions.
No, I definitely, you know, to me, I'd love to hear the questions and love to answer any from the.
Well, I'm confused. So if that other entity is no longer there, what are you doing? He's taking it.
We're taking over.
What are you doing?
The other entity is.
So I've
What
been.
they've been doing for 10 years.
So what you've been doing for all this time, you have, how many events there do you have a month?
Well, it depends, right? So the answer to the question, it's seasonal for business for us. Because seasonal means you have the fourth quarter that you're doing a lot of non-for-profit galas and stuff like that. So that comes in on September to December, and then it also picks up from, April to June, and July and August. It's a complete empty space. January, February, it's complete. And then March will pick up a little bit. So the answer to the question, maybe 8 to 10 events a month, maybe.
I'm gonna stutter. I thought you can't have, there's a limit to 12 per month. So you're telling me the most you have are 8 to 10 a month for these
And
events.
there's some months when you don't have any.
Well, so they were extremely close to, because people did complain to the SLA that there was an event venue that was unlicensed. It did come to the community board several times over the years. Because we do know that you are only allowed to have a certain number. You know, not every, if we were hosting events in this space, as often as we host meetings, we'd be nailed for not having a proper license.
Correct.
Because there's a limit to how many times a caterer can license a particular location
You're correct.
as a freestanding.
You're correct.
So we do know about, what's intended, but the other, so we do know. My question to you is, what are you doing different in the space now than before? Are you adding a full service kitchen? Where is the HVAC going? If not, are you commissarying everything in?
Liquor, everything.
Everything, or are you storing on site? Is every event going to be trucks and loading in front of the building? So those are the kind of things that we want to know for impact, especially before we even get to one guest coming in the door. You're right across the street from 60 Wallow, right? And Cipriani is in a much better space today than they were when they first opened, because they have doormen and they have a traffic plan.
But they work with us.
But they worked with us because there were people screaming, which we don't like. We want everybody to find a measure of success. And so I need you to tell us what's different in where how you're going forward in terms of loading deliveries, set up inside.
All of our things that we use for our events, all housed internally inside it. Our liquor is in there, our kitchen is set up there. So it's not like there's trucks pulling up, but everything is in-house. Our actual furnishings are inside there. Because there's so much space in that location that gives us that credibility to be able to, okay, so we want a white lounge furniture. We go downstairs and we get it out of the basement, we bring it
We
up.
eliminate the traffic, we eliminate the traffic and everything into the space, or trucks backing up at 12 o'clock at night. Boop, boop, nobody wants to hear that.
Well, and especially because your loadout is 1 to 3 in the morning according to your documentation. So
Correct, and what we're loading out, we're loading out garbage. So we do a specialty pickup that we pay for within our package, that we don't leave into the building.
So you said it's, you're catering, that means people are coming in, so you're gonna have you're gonna have chefs in the kitchen and everything is on site.
Correct.
And
lots of chairs don't have to be delivered,
Nothing.
nothing has to be delivered.
we have
Flowers.
Oh, thank you,
Flowers is always delivered.
thank you. I'm trying to preserve it from the Bank of New York.
Miriam.
Brought back to black.
So, with, of course, within the parameters of whatever stipulations the committee comes up with or whatever, I vouch for this organization because I had a party there.
Thank you.
So I know how,
The issue for me is not that. The issue is having too many events that.
right, that's what I'm saying, whatever like I said, whatever parameters we decided, that aside,
We're gonna really have.
I
to do
support the
that.
organization and
Those
giving
were
a
the
license.
issues for us, and not coordinating enough with Cipriani and the traffic, and the homing, and the cars. I came home last night, I didn't get to go by Cipriani today to complain, but at 9 o'clock, there were cars backed up, Wall Street was a mess, all of that.
Couldn't walk through.
I couldn't walk through. I mean, I had to really, and they didn't have anybody down the road, which you're supposed to have if you have events.
So,
I understand that, but we can't take other people's black and blues.
No,
I'm not saying that.
we have to work together and coordinate.
so you know that the area is already in.
Yes, yes, it is.
Right, you're not taking their black and blues, but you're adding an additional baseball bat swing on the community of bruises that's there. So
Yes.
you need to tell us what your traction.
So what we've been doing now, and it's helpful too, is having Andy with us, is that we've been communicating with across the street. When they're doing events, we're doing events, we basically have our folks on our side of the street taking care of our traffic. Keep in mind, our handicap issue that we have is the subway. So we're always making sure there's an extra guard out there that people can come without holding up traffic, without having any interference of the subway or traffic, people coming home from work or going to work or anything along those lines. There's security doors at the area. We speak with Randy Janis and their team that is doing it, and how to coordinate each side of the street. He'll call me and say he's doing an event for 1,000 folks. I said, what time does that start? Their security detail then talks to our security detail, so we all work together, because we are neighborhood venues. We are across the street of each other. We might be different brands, we might be different companies, we all work together. And that's what needs to be done.
So you, under your brand, are going to, and you're going to be the sole proprietor in
Correct.
that space.
That's correct.
So you are not going to have more than 10 events a month.
No, his goal is to have 30 days of events to be good. That's why he's getting a liquor license. He currently only does 8 to 10, but by securing a full liquor license, they're hoping to brand and market and advertise and. They're looking to be fully competitive to Cipriani.
No, we're
Well,
not.
wait a minute, what's your maximum size?
$4.99.
Seated.
They're a lot
Not
than
seated.
you.
Only $2.75 seated.
So it's, you know what it is? It's a natural thing. If one's too small across the street, they can go to, like, it's a smart niche film.
it's still large venue, they still need a security plan, they still need a traffic plan, they still
Yeah,
need a
all
parking
that,
plan,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all that stuff.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying, like that aside or whatever else the committee decides, just because I've seen how it runs, you know, from start to finish, and I visited many, many times
They can have
before I rented it.
every night.
You know, I vouch for it, and I don't do that at every meeting. I don't know when's the last time I've done that, if I've ever done it before.
So I want everybody to understand, so this, not that it's gonna happen, but in essence, they can have an event every night, 12 months a year. Okay? I just want us all to understand that.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, just to let everyone know, I've been doing that for the last several years in the building. You know, so it's nothing new that's changing. The only thing that's changing now is I'm coming face forward in front of you folks here as my neighbors and saying, you know, you're.
This is what I did illegally, but now I'm going.
No, I got, now legally.
It's not-
I'm kind of-
Getting 24-hour licenses?
It's not
Getting giving
illegal.
lessons.
It's not illegal
Right.
if he didn't have more than 12 a month.
No.
And we
if
don't
the
know if he
SLA
had more than 12.
If the SLA issued a permit to a third-party caterer, it's still legal.
Right.
Can't
And
say
he
it's
was not always the third party caterer, so maybe he had, you know.
No, he can't be the third. He can't get a caterer's permit if he doesn't have a license. They have to be outside caterers. I applied for one-day permits. And if the SLA issued them, the SLA issued them, they issued a permit.
I just have to have been space work, I get it.
Yes, better than I did. All right.
I'm still confused, what are we doing?
All I'm saying is, in general, for Lower Manhattan, the schools need places to go, places are closing, places are opening. I do know they work with nonprofits, which is very valuable, and they also occupy, wearing my old business hat, they operate a niche space.
Yes.
Because there isn't a lot of opportunities in Lower Manhattan specifically to do events between 200 and 250.
Yeah, for that
That is
size.
really
In
hard
all
to find.
fairness, that's the truth.
Right,
And priced right, reasonable.
correct.
You know, that's a big thing with me. I got a lot of folks that come to me, like walking distance corporations, non-for-profits, people that are coming just to have a celebration that's in there, you know, and it's priced right.
We're losing.
They also allowed us to have that community meeting, remember when we did that meeting? They gave us that space for.
That was downstairs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was that,
Yeah.
it was that.
Yeah, exactly, so, I
Well,
mean,
that was the owner, it wasn't them. They're not
They
the
said he was
owner.
there for 12 years. so
12
he
years.
would-
So
he
the
would have
owner,
been there.
the owner, what happens with the owner is that, you know, as an operator, they would have to communicate with me and say, because I have an operating agreement in the space, that, hey, we're gonna use that
The
space.
space
Right,
downstairs. we have
I
a
can
meeting.
say yes or no, part of my agreement.
And we underwrite a lot of these nonprofits
Yeah.
to give them a helping hand to get in that space.
Okay, all I wanna know is about noise outside, cars, and
So,
people making noise.
so if you look at this map here, right? It's showing you exactly where all these companies are coming that are repeat. The other clients that are coming into the space are staying at the Wall Street Hotel, Holiday Inn, Water Street, Hotel Indigo, Mint House. So a lot of our clientele are coming to FIDI because of its historical reasons. They're coming to the Bank of New York because you can't find this anywhere else. We don't need this being Dwayne Reed, right? You know, we're preserving history. This is something that people are coming to that are from the UK and all kinds of things. So it's helping also the community because we're now helping local restaurants, we're helping local shops, all those things that are coming.
so can you tell us, let's go through nitty gritty, large venue stuff you'll have to go through. Let's start with the simplest thing.
Sure.
Where are people gonna go smoke when they're having events?
That's what I want.
Okay, so smoking, there's two spots that we do smoking, right? The two spots that we do it, they go out the door to Williamside, which is a side door there, so security brings them through Williamside and puts them off to the right-hand side. We have a little smoking container thing where you put the little ashtray in there. If not, Andy has his porting team going around sweeping the front of the building. Now, depending on, you know, what the time of the event is, we will go out the front door sometimes and to the left. The left side of the buildings, when you're coming out to the left between the office side and the main entrance side.
Well, that left side's gonna be,
Opening.
it's gonna be occupied by residents. Remember? You
Yes.
know, I'm not.
Yeah,
telling
no,
you
of course.
anything You don't know.
Of course, we're not loving the idea of you sending people to go smoke in front of the residential building.
But
No,
around the other side, the shelter.
Well, that's exactly right. That's the, what do you mean?
So people were there.
So there's some, mostly depending on the event structure, depending on what it is, we've been sending them to the left side of the main door, which is small area, we keep it very confined in. We're not really getting a lot of smokers, because most of our business is corporate, so they're not gonna go outside and smoke a chain of smoke and come back inside. Right? A lot of the people that are coming doing that, so, but I'm okay to answer or put them anywhere you want. I wish no one smoked, but that's not, who I am to say that.
So we would ask for the smoking policy that you create spaces that are not underneath. 52 William is going to be an adult family shelter,
I can't go there.
so you can't go there.
Right.
And you can't go at the residential building that's gonna be next door. So you do need to somehow find a way to confine it within the front space of your building.
Question for you. You know where the subway is?
Yeah.
And on the back of the subway, that little area that everyone puts their feet on the wall and does other things that we won't talk about in the room? What about happens if we use that little corral area?
I mean, it's still in front of your, it's in front of
Is it your lot line?
Yes, it is.
If you use
It isn't, just as long, there are people living across the street next to
And we're
Cipriani.
preserving the building. There's a guy that you guys all know that's wiping, on the buildings there. And Andy has his team out there scrubbing the building, making sure that all that's gone.
Are you
Okay.
calling the police and, are you calling the police and complaining about this person?
So,
Getting 311? Okay, good.
okay, so we'll put no smoking signs that are sort of on the other, and you'll define your smoking area.
Yes,
Okay, fantastic.
And you'll keep the noise down.
of course.
You will coordinate with Cipriani to attempt to avoid private events that are starting at the same time and leaving at the same.
We do that now. I've been doing it. So yes, we will.
We're gonna,
And you will have, at least if they're double events, because that's the way it is, you will make sure you have people out there to direct traffic and to mitigate as much as you can.
Yes, yeah, of course.
okay, so the question is, will you have a doorman outside to
Yes,
help deal with street traffic
yes,
and pedestrian?
yes.
There's been, we talked about the, food cart that parks in front of their building.
It's illegal, isn't it?
It is.
It's on that side of
Can you
the.
get rid of it?
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, I don't like it. Our team got yelled at many times because they're pouring all the sewer out on the, and my guys are going under the truck. And what he does, what I don't like he does, and I told Andy we should videotape it. He leaves that truck there all night, running all night, and he got a van coming in the morning.
Videotape it.
And they're taking food out of this van that's non-refrigeration and putting it in, and people are eating it.
He could lose his license, but you need to file complaints.
Right.
Just telling us doesn't help. You have to
No.
file 311, include the
File
video,
You-
and
you-
then send it to us.
Of course.
And send it to us,
Will help.
okay?
Thank you, we appreciate it
So,
because we
would
don't
you
like that.
come to the First Precinct Community Council meeting, the third Thursday?
September 25th.
Thank you. And complain, bring the videotape, come on down to the First Precinct, and let's get this taken care of.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they keep that truck there. I mean, we coordinate ourselves in Cipriani, we coordinate getting him out of there. I have personally have given him money in the window just to get his truck.
Come on down to the precinct.
Okay.
You know,
All right, let's move on to, let's keep going on the events.
thank you.
All right, let's keep going on the events because Mariama's gonna wanna go over traffic and security.
Hello.
I wanted to add to what Mariama said. I was at an event in your space. The architecture is beautiful.
Thank you.
The idea that you're going to rebuild it, continue to have access to this space is really a plus. for me.
Thank you.
And everything went seemingly is really, we had a lot of change.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
And do you guys also know that the script was actually written inside the building for Hamilton? You know, he actually did it in this office here.
Oh, wow.
Okay, can we keep going on the events? So would you be able to have a direct line that's available for the residents in the neighborhood? That's not only, it's not a, let me leave a message,
Right.
it's a direct line to the manager or owner that picks up a phone.
Of course.
24/7.
Okay.
So I
Yes,
have one,
It's an
What-
application.
okay, so I have one other question. So you have these events, but then you have you have the possibility of buyouts.
They're all buyouts.
Are they?
Every single one of them. They could have multiple events the same day, but they're all buyouts.
So, if you don't mind, I don't do buyouts, okay? Buyouts become a problem. The only buyout I do is with the cross street neighbor, Cipriano's. And that's why, because together, we work together to get the people across the street, get them back over to the space. We become a cocktail space. We're a holding area for them and limited traffic and the drop off of the guests. My space is not gonna be poured out like a rental space, because these people are gonna trash the marble. They're gonna break the thing. I don't do ticket sales. They come to me and ask to do raves. I don't do any of those events.
Actually, we would love to put that, there'll be no tickets.
Yes, actually, that's a nightmare. No ticket sales, 0 ticket sales.
And I'm sure you'll do after parties or pre-parties for
No,
Cipriano.
you can put no after parties either. That's not my business.
Okay,
Yeah,
Do you have a security plan and a traffic plan?
so we have it in our packet here, that we put out in here, so with, of course, it's gonna change now because we're gonna take the subway area and mark that to smoking. So we normally have 4 of our own guards along with 2 traffics. Because Cipriani's has 2 traffics, so we add 1 of ours, and we add 1 in front of our building, because the problem with our front of the building, as you all know, is that we have our local food truck there. So what's happening is if you're gonna step out to the street, God forbid something, could be a bicycler, could be somebody on one of those hoverboard type things. So we always have someone standing in the front to be able to flag that through. And then we coordinate with them on our security side. We always put the security guard on the far side as well because of, the housing that's there. There are, as you guys know, there are some,
That's what I'm saying.
some stories, there's some stories that go on there. So we always make sure that we have a guard there. We also have installed lighting on the outside of ours, not bright, motion lighting. So there is some kind of detection because that street on the corner there is dark. You make that turn and it becomes a dark.
okay. So you're not cooking on Sunday?
Oh,
You're
no.
just
No,
making-
yes.
Okay. I just have to get it straight. So are there any other questions? So, someone want to propose?
All the question.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
Folks, I talked to you this
Yeah,
evening.
we'll do it.
Thank you, sir.
One thing,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
there was me, 14 years old.
Thank you. Thank you.
The student got better than.
You did what? The student,
Student got better
that's
than.
what you use help for. Right, you,
Mike,
but you have to assume that they
thank
aren't
you.
gonna get better than.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Well, working for him, what's wrong with that picture?
It's okay, as long as he gives you benefits.
Take care.
This is my mom. There's my dad, and my dad's cancer survivor, so they came and helped me get the building. So, yeah, that's all.
Thank
I
you.
work
Together.
I wish you the best of luck.
We do it.
This industry is brutal.
It is. I gave up my whole life for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So my dad with me, so.
You have Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Do you have a flower?
Be
Yes,
well.
sir.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's my dad.
Congratulations on him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the important.
Yeah, that's my. Thank you.
Are you good?
Let's not go over that on here. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going.
Let's go on. Oh,
All I can say is if you
Okay, we're not 89 South Street.
Outside, can you take it down the hall?
They're walking this.
I need who is here from 89 South Street.
Hi, good evening.
Who I know. How do you do? Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. So this is on the pier,
Correct, that's the southeast.
and it's never been a restaurant, it's never been,
Never been rented, it's never been a restaurant.
okay.
Let's see these photographs.
Southeast of 17?
Yeah, the opposite, also what we have, yeah, southeast, what we have, Fulton. So the opposite, the exact opposite corner.
And the new place is due east. That opens up, so you're around, you're.
So if this is the pier building, and let's say this is the Fulton restaurant.
Yep.
And these are the bridges here in the water, this is this corner, so it's surrounded by water on both sides.
What's the other one that took over the?
Vitano.
Vitano.
Yeah.
It took
Vitano
over
is
the other
behind.
one that was there, right?
Right, so you're south of Vitano.
They're facing.
Around.
We are south of Vitano, exactly.
And these are in the same building, so, in that South Street and the addresses, this is gonna be a two-story food court sports tavern and bar, with about 500 seat capacity. They're looking for the similar hours as that building or in the house, which is Monday to Wednesday, 8 AM to 1 AM, Thursday to Saturday, 8 AM to 2 AM, and Sunday, 8 AM to 1 AM. There will be no outdoor space for this particular.
And all the space and all the windows.
2 a.m.
Nothing opens?
No, and opens, and in fact, because of lighting coming in, they may elect to close on site internally, so it's fully closed.
1 a.m. to 2 a.m. 1 a.m. on Sunday. And no one lives there.
No one lives there.
The only issue is that it's close to Southbridge.
I think
But- But, and you know to be,
Same hours and we'll behave the same way.
I'm just gonna ask a third time. No windows and no.
Yeah, no windows that open in the street, no French doors, no French
No
windows, and no
outdoor
outdoor
seating.
seating.
But do you have seating outside?
No.
No
No.
seating outside?
The corner closed fully.
but you're gonna have live music.
There's gonna be times that will be live music, that's not the purpose of the thing.
What kind of light?
Just a small band, 3-4 pieces, nothing that is,
Are you gonna have a dance floor?
there's no dance.
You have dancing checked off.
There may be a private event or something to that effect, but it's a very large menu. And it's a tavern sports bar, so if you look, it's serving lunch, brunch, even what's called halftime, which is 3 to 4. So there's many food throughout the entire day and very robust menu.
No, but dancing. And it's
So I'm saying that the purpose of it is a full service restaurant and bar and tavern. So dancing may be part of a private event, but it's not part of the event.
So then where are the buyouts? If you have private. I'm happy.
Well, how many? Give me a number, you've been here before.
Yeah, no more than.
No, it's Pier 17.
No more than 2 a month, that's 24 a year.
24 plus give him more because it's Christmas and holiday parties
Right.
here. So 30.
We'll give you
That'd
30.
be great, at least one.
And you know you can gain
Because,
up in
because I've got a caterer.
So if during the holidays, if you want to do, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm assuming because we have all of the other places to it. So.
No, I mean, okay, on that. And you know about the music and blah, 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 blah.
And you're using all the same drop off and everything else that the rest of the building. And how many bathrooms do you have?
Oh,
And are they ADA accessible?
Oh, yeah.
And are you ADA accessible?
And how many ADA accessible? Two ADAs.
And so the entrance is also ADA.
Yes, it's ground floor to the pier.
And
Yeah.
you have the bathrooms in the restaurant?
Yes.
So they don't need to use the second.
It's on the fourth floor, no,
Yeah.
they are in the restaurant fully isolated.
I still want to know, I'm just curious, just curiosity. It's a sports bar?
Yes, in other words,
So they're televisions?
everyone inside, so, and loud screens and so on and so forth, so it's
So you're gonna have live music and televisions at the same time?
Live music?
absolutely not. It will be
live music and television.
90% of
Because
the.
take my hearing aid back.
Loud selection.
They usually have sound on the TV as well,
Okay.
when that happens.
Okay.
But nobody lives there,
This
so.
is different for you.
On the pier.
It's a different, it's a different.
It's on the pier.
It's a
And
little
it's
more
on the other
accessible
side
and
of the pier.
more casual to
Yeah.
kind of have that hype also,
It's
we're
on the
not
riverside of the pier.
overly premium in a way, because everything is, a lot of restaurants are high-end, that we operate, so this is an ideal bringing something in.
Yeah, you're still $22 cocktails, that's all I'm saying.
But a lot of food, which is in the teas and times fair, like,
Yeah, but I look at your menu, is it all that sports bar food?
Exactly.
Okay.
We make salads for lunch, eggs for brunch
A
breakfast.
$62 ribeye is not that expensive?
In the spectrum of, it's actually kind of.
That's $29 Atlantic, okay, salad.
All right.
Cocktails, 25, 21.
Not exactly sports.
It's not really like sports bar.
Yeah.
Just some beers that are a lot more affordable than that.
It's nice being old, I don't.
I know.
All right.
We won't be hanging in there.
Any other questions?
Couldn't hear ourselves
We
think.
can hear, right?
Can you do bottomless? I didn't think you could do a bottomless.
That is the menu from Vegas.
I was gonna say,
Bottomless.
okay, thank you, because New York
What's
State,
bottomless?
That's bottomless.
New York State does not allow bottomless bubbles.
Correct.
If you wanna pay a per person price and have unlimited alcohol, it's only for private events in New York State, but you can't do that. And so when I was looking at the menu,
Yeah, yeah.
are these the same prices or are these just Vegas prices?
You might fluctuate a little bit up and down, but not significantly. My assumption would be the cocktails might be a little less, the rest would be similar. But definitely not bottomless, it would be calibrated to New York.
We were just being naughty.
My one thing to tell you is you noticed everything over there, be flexible with what you can to attract the most amount of people that you can, because, the reputation there is it's very expensive, and so, why would I come to Flanders versus being at the sports bar 3 blocks away, where everything's about 20% less, if I have no view?
So, no, absolutely, and we mean to be more accessible with this, so if we have to review pricing, we'll.
Yeah, you have to,
Because
because
the place
you
that has,
want people there.
but the place by you with the steps, you know, that's a Continental.
I don't know, I don't, you mean the guy with the sports bar? I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah, but his prices are a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So, and he isn't that far away.
But what, you know, the whole area is not.
Yeah, so you might want to
It's
just.
often business mistakes, right? If people have no
Right,
time
so, I mean,
to adjust.
For us, we would really like to make sure that you're successful, like everybody else, we want people to succeed, but I would recommend that you find your sweet spot there, so people will go there and think to stay there.
So it could be designated.
I'm saying, you give 2 tiers, right? There's something for the one who wants to spend more on something.
What, right, so you do have bottomless bubble.
No, this is the Las Vegas.
That's the Vegas menu.
Vegas, it's not. Okay,
Sort of.
then somebody.
All the questions.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
You'll get some good earplugs.
Anyway, that's
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Good luck.
Moving right over.
Thank you. Barbara.
2125 full.
Here's this one.
Yeah.
The Brownie Walkable.
You,
The whole place is Willis. Those are good videos.
Are you Fulton Street? Willett?
Yes. 25. Michael Kelly representing the applicant, with me is Michael DeRose, the owner. A on-premise liquor license application for Willet's NYC LLC, DBA The Brown Water Well, Barrel Bar, The Lamppost Tavern, and Cafe Spumoni. We have multiple DBAs because we have different concept areas within the restaurant.
We won't use those DBAs to advertise. Inside, it might say that it's food and rail bar, but the whole place.
So you're at the very, you're at,
We are where the lighthouse is, the Empire Museum Lot.
Oh,
The
you
old
are.
Tiny Tin Cafe, which was a small. coffee
yeah,
shop.
yeah.
That is our cafe. They're in the wall, so we go from the cafe directly in the middle into the end, and then upstairs. So it's an open concept, 3 bars, 1 cafe.
You're not getting rid of the printing.
No, they're on the back, they're behind us.
Okay, you're in the.
No, just.
The whole front of the building.
He's trying to catch them before they go to the sports bar.
Which we definitely will be doing that, yes.
Just look at the hours. Sunday, what is this, 8 to 12? It's 8. Yeah.
Get outdoor seating on private, because
It's all the cobbles comes in from.
Yeah.
As part of my lease is half of those cobbles come in the side, so we're putting tables with umbrellas there, so we'll have outdoor seating.
Maybe just leave that with cobbles only aside.
Yeah.
Aren't you worried about people breaking their ankles? So.
No.
No, you know.
You can put the comments.
Yeah.
No. I don't wanna
have a hard time.
No, I know.
I think they're pretty good. We have seating inside, so I don't know, people like sitting outside, you know?
That's all in there.
So we submitted another plan, you have the plan full up?
No, I'm asking.
You want me to go through the seating?
Yeah, is this the total? Or is there more?
And we're gonna go through all the seating inside, outside.
I know, I'm getting
All right,
ready.
So,
What did you ask?
to go over all the seating inside, outside, because there seems to be a discrepancy.
Yes,
Oh.
and then hours, first of all, I'm gonna hit you, 8 a.m.
Sunday, we wouldn't serve alcohol too, and if anybody's drinking
Please,
at that.
please keep in mind, the cafe is a coffee cafe. We have a agreement with Gilly's Coffee, the oldest coffee merchant in America, is exclusive in our cafe. So that cafe will be open early. We will have the only Gilly's Coffee. So we're trying to bring the history back to the scene.
I got it.
Everything is about.
But
that.
I want it noted, you can't serve alcohol till 10
We are
o'clock.
not serving alcohol in the cafe. The other bars won't open until 12 o'clock.
And he's got 10 a.m. here for bar service anyway on Sunday.
Yeah, that's only because of brunch that we decided we'd probably open a little bit early, but most of the time we probably.
Okay, you can
And
have
Sunday,
10 a.m. Yeah, is this 12 midnight?
There's no residents in the entire block, the
They're
entire.
across the street, so. They're across the street.
Yeah, there's absolutely nobody there. No, across the street.
They
the
live
other side.
across,
Oh, you do? Are you in across Pearl Street?
live across the street, and you have the kids playground there.
Oh, I know.
That's not the one
That's
by,
2 blocks away. That's where.
I thought you were by the printing.
he's around the block.
Maybe he's on the back side, by the movies. By the movies. Oh, okay, never mind.
The whole corner. Where the museum is. We are part of the museum block.
Oh, okay.
We did wanna go for 2 a.m. considering where we were, but.
No,
we put
you
that
know
in
that.
any way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's fabulous. If you came back in a year because you were gangbusters and you desperately needed to be in 2 a.m., that'd be the best news the Seaport's ever had.
Well, let me be honest with you. There's a bar in the middle of the cobblestones. It's part of the Lawn Club. They're open until 2 a.m.
Yeah, we
We know.
And part of
We know.
my lease agreement, and they give, the concept was, they fell in love with the concept of what we're doing here because it totally changes the entrance to the Seaport.
Yeah.
But our whole right, for a long period of time during our lease negotiations with a lot of music that they play at that bar. It is in my lease that music will be complete. Nobody will hear their music in front of my space, or I will be calling the SLL every other day. And that was made perfectly clear by my attorneys when we negotiated the lease. So they're not happy that the party ends when we open and there's no more of that loud music and DJ outside and stuff. So that's not our concept. That's not what we're trying to do there.
It's interesting,
But my concern is they're open till 2 a.m. So I would love to be able to.
Not this time around, you can come back.
I understand that. I understand.
come back, we want you to see, don't worry.
Sure.
Is there anything in your concept that is anything similar to the Fulton Stall Market around the corner?
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
Thank
So we have an ale house on one side, on the corner, that wraps around the water, where the lighthouse is.
Yeah.
The middle is a little bar. Then you have the cafe, which is a
Okay.
coffee shop, and upstairs is a cocktail bar with whiskeys and bourbons, and we will have some live jazz up there a couple nights a week, but it's piano music, not bands playing loud music, and it's all, commercial upstairs, so.
And you said you're using the oldest coffee roaster in the United States.
We just did a collaboration with them, we just signed the deal the other day, they're.
I'll come for it.
Bourbon.
You know, he's-
Something with the-
Yeah, that's a big deal because he's a big coffee roaster.
So my inner voice is telling me, my outer voice is telling me, that I need to know the exact seating. So it's a
Okay.
public assembly, I need to know the
Yes.
seating of
Okay.
all of them.
On the first floor, we have 10 tables, 35 seats, and 2 bars. One bar has 8 seats, one bar has 4 seats. The maximum occupancy on the first floor would be 79, but we don't think we're gonna reach that once taking into account the kitchen and seats and tables. These are going with the C of O that's there now, which I believe is 620, which we're not even close to. We don't have that room. The second floor has 12 tables with 30 seats and a 5-seat bar. The maximum occupancy, the architect is looking at is 71. But once you get the seats in there, it's gonna take up some of the square footage and lower that. The That's basically it on that.
Accessibility.
Mike's gonna
We are- We are,
Wait.
Outside, how many tables outside?
Okay, outside. We have 5 tables, 10 seats on the elevated platform that's right in front of the building. Open. We have 2 tables with 4 seats on Water Street seat, on the Water Street sidewalk.
that's the elevated platform around the corner.
So when I'm gonna talk about the plaza, I'm talking about the
You know
top.
where the big sign is, the big ugly frame that's been sitting there forever that the museum uses? That brick wall is the back side of the interior part.
Okay,
And 2
okay.
tabletops there. So it's not on the sidewalk and it's not on the cobblestones. On the cobblestones, we have additional seating, which is
I'm gonna go on.
a little different.
Tell
In the plaza or the cobblestones, on Fulton Street, we have 12 tables with 40 seats. From Water Street, the plaza or the cobblestones, we'll have 6 tables with 24 seats. So the total outdoor seating will be 78.
That's a lot of outdoor seating.
It's private property. Half of this space, right, well, the whole space now has public picnic tables that go down this
I
way.
know.
This side that's on the left is all of my lease. Those tables are being removed. They're being put over the other side and they're being shifted over. So I have,
So is there no public seating then?
there's plenty, all the same tables, except that space is so wide that they just had 2 rows of tables down the middle.
Right.
Now all those public tables are going to just the one side, because that's my space in front. We're putting planters around each of the tables, so you'll have 3 separate sections with planters. One in front of the cafe, which will be open in the morning, people to have coffee and sit outside, or late at night. Our cafe will be open late at night for pastries, coffee, so people will be able to sit out there at night. That's why we don't want the music.
Are you serving liquor in the cafe?
No, liquor in the cafe.
Only liquor in the wine
Only
bar.
liquor in the wine bar and liquor in the other 2 bars. That's it. Cafe's coffee.
And
Release this.
people could take food to go and sit on the public side.
Oh, sure, absolutely. If they want to sit on the public side, they can. We don't want people to come and sit on our side that aren't buying food from us, so we're using planters. There'll be nice umbrellas out there. There'd be 3 sections in front. 1 section in front of the cafe, 1 in front of the wine bar, 1 in front of the ale house, and then around the corner.
So my question is, how do you expect to take those in November? How long do you expect to have the outdoor seating?
Well, we'll put heat lamps out for as long as we can until it gets to the weather temperature. And, you know, we are gonna have quite a bit of people for the ale house, because we'll have the football games on the weekends and whatnot. We'll do some stuff on the cobblestones, you know, during the fall, like our cafe, we're planning on doing Halloween candies for the kids. Give them a picture cake, give free candies at the cafe, et cetera. So we'll use that space in the fall. But when it gets to the point where it's so cold and so bitter, we will probably cut the tables down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just leave 8 or 10 tables out there for those renegades that like to sit in the cold weather and have a drink.
Isn't there a coffee shop next to the museum?
We're taking over that coffee shop. It's
Oh,
it's closed. That was opened by the Tiny Tim, which
Okay.
is Chief
Yeah.
George's. So part of our lease negotiation was, we want this space, we need a coffee concept here.
Okay,
So
great.
I agreed to taking that, redoing the coffee concept, but I'm opening it up between that. All the spaces is an open concept inside, to walk from one.
And is the bookstore still there?
There's a rendition video online that you'll see of what it's gonna look like. That's very nice, including the outdoor tables. And you get a much better idea if you wanna. pull it up on the screen. Play it.
And the bookstore is staying?
Bookstore's behind us on
He
it.
doesn't have it.
Okay, go to www.
Oh, I'd love to see.
I'd love for you to see it because you'll
May
get
I
an idea of what we're doing.
Have you been in that area when the Fulton Stone Market had their outdoor market?
No, I moved there about almost, a little over 4 years ago. I was in Murray Hill for about 25 years. So I live on Water Street 2 blocks away. I live down near the Mark Joseph's Steakhouse, and this is 2 blocks up. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is important for you to see the video. It will change a little bit, but this rendition video is you have slow? Did I do it right? So it's Willetts, Willetts dash. Okay, in a second, here, go hit that button. Can you put it on the screen?
I just hope it all works. Then before, all of us, the more the merrier. I mean, it's a lot, but that's what we hope for.
And you have price points?
It's all in, it's all in, yes, everything's in.
It's in here.
That's
Maybe go to the full screen. Okay, but give it a second.
I like the yellow.
So here's the images coming down, that's Home Street. There's the outdoor tables. And then around the corner, we have the outdoor tables right in front of us. So we're not blocking the sidewalks at all, they're wide open.
And you said you'll have jazz.
Yes, only live jazz. There's all local musicians from the village over. And any of the pros. Here's the wine bar when you
Yeah,
walk
we
in.
had, right, talk to him.
There's the wine bar when you walk in. And here's the cafe space, which is the old tiny tin cafe. You're gonna see it in a minute. We're restoring all the brick inside back to the original brick. Somebody painted it. It's all black. Strip it all. Keep it the old flooring. Just fix the floors to match what we used to. This is the ale house on the left hand side. And we will have a chowder stand. We're making homemade chowders in the corner there at that bar. Similar to the ones at Grand Central with the old pot. Nothing, of course. This is the cafe. Now, this is important. You see that archway?
Yeah.
That's blocked off right now coming through Cannon Walk. We're reopening the archway with glass doors there so we can have access from Cannon Walk and the cafe as well. And we'll have a couple of tables. We'll see in a second. It's been proud. This is Cannon Walk. And then that's the ADA ramp up right into Cannon Walk right there. So we will have a couple of tables out there. So you can the cafe. There's your phone.
Someone did a nice job.
That's a 1930s telephone booth that's been totally restored going under the staircase from New York City. Old tell I know, right? That's what we call it, Girl Bar now. And then when you go upstairs, this is the lounge in the birthday cocktail area.
Is it ADA accessible?
Yes, ADA accessible. There's 2 elevators in the lobby. We have a lift on the end of the deck. We also have a ramp. So this will be some private events up here. People want to rent out that side.
So how many private events?
During the holidays, I anticipate quite a few because we're going to give corporate miles. But that'll just be upstairs.
Well, so how many?
Honestly, during the holiday season, I can see us doing at least 10 or 15.
You're gonna just be on the 7th floor.
It's going to be on the second floor.
And the best thing is not.
We're going up in the whiskey bar upstairs, strictly for them.
But there's a whiskey for downstairs.
There's cocktails downstairs as well. Different menu, really special whiskey downstairs.
So they're buying.
I would say within the 3-month period of the holidays.
10 or 15. So
On
like
board.
What do we say? What we?
I would say 15. It could be even more because you get a lot of corporate events down there at the lawn club. And they want a smaller space, it's a better space. So we're
So
gonna-
can we start with giving you 30 a year, however you pull it
I
out,
think 30 a year would be fine.
okay? I think that's reasonable.
I do honestly think over the course of a couple of years, we get a lot of requests.
You'll
Long
come
club
back, you'll see.
space.
I hope you do better when you come back, because I'm no 30, and if you do them all within the 3-month period, that's what you get.
That's what it is. But yeah, the cafe is the reason why we got the on opening and not just the cafe side. So we've got 3 different games, 3 different venues on the ground.
Interesting.
It's an open concept. It's totally gonna rechange the Seaport. And that's what's so exciting about the project. Everybody in you'll be able to sit outside, the lighthouse will be lit up. The lighthouse.
Yes.
So we're not bringing pastries in, arrows and Ferraris and all your old school pastries daily, so you'll be able to sit outside with a coffee late at night, have a cappuccino. That's why I'm complaining about the music from the lawn club.
But can you also, I'm delighted you're bringing people in from Little League and
Yeah.
places like that. It's a really good resilient place right in the Seaport.
Cafe Victoria.
Right,
Yeah.
so,
He's already caught me walking by with my dog.
Right.
So he called me and stopped me and said, "You're opening the place over there. I'll bring in some of our stuff into the cafe."
that's what I was
Yes.
just, the cross promote would be something to do.
Be great.
We are definitely doing that. And we're also doing it, you'll see on our menu for the cafe, some stuff from the tea cafe over in the window, just their cakes.
Yeah.
And some of the bread, but even Paul Bazaar's bringing our bread. So we've got quite a few things going on. We're trying to bring all of New York to the Seaport so that tourists don't have to go to Multnomah, go to Multnomah. Don't have to go, Yeah, so this is an exciting project because it really changes the entire entrance of the Seaport. And the outside terrace is so important.
The only thing I'm gonna tell you is our hope here is socioeconomic diversity and You heard us say it to Flanders. I mean, he's like, we're gonna be really reasonable, $62 steak is not what I
Look at
got.
our prices. I think our bar steak is $35.
Right,
Our hamburger is $9.
so I just, it's a conversation to attract people to stay there. It has to be something for everybody. And you have enough diversity between your cafe and whiskey that you could go, you know, 8 to 80, right, for a glass of whiskey, so.
I mean, after dinner somewhere else, and sit and have just a pastry and a cappuccino at 10 o'clock at night with the lights of the lighthouse and enjoy yourself. And that's why that music is. It took down from
This is great.
This is lovely.
like the.
That's what, that's, yeah, so.
It's an exciting project.
We're very excited.
And we have a 15-year anniversary. We've not given a song. We really feel that we have to do what we want to do.
So,
No, there's some other stuff there. You got a lot of bourbons on the menu here. Get through those. I think you gotta go back a little bit. So you got groundwater well upstairs. It's called groundwater well because it's all groundwaters. So you'll have a very nice little list of them for yourself. The menus. You gotta go back to the ale house.
I have to say, it's nice to have a mature place to go.
so,
Somebody call for.
Oh, questions?
No question.
Give me a second, please.
I'm giving you a second. I'm giving
Welcome
you
to the
two.
neighborhood.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good luck.
Good luck.
We really do.
Okay, any
No, I
opposed?
want the music.
We all said yes.
All in favor?
We did.
Yes.
What about, is Joel still online?
Yes,
Yes, I'm
he's-
here.
you have to be careful.
He said yes.
When do you expect to open?
So right now, they start the demolition work next week. SEG who owns the building. They're doing a lot of the interior demo work as part of our deal. We'll start putting our guys in there to build out around the end of October. It's about an 8-month build.
Hopefully open in the spring.
He'll open.
We want to be open for June 1st.
Oh,
So
good.
we can capture the 4th of
Summer,
July event,
yeah,
summer and all.
The whole big, whenever we are.
Which the Gillies Coffee concept is all excited because it's 250th year anniversary of the US. They're the oldest coffee merchant. We're even going to the Taste of the Seaport, even though we're not open, but the barista set up just for
Good.
Gillies Coffee.
Great.
So we're getting out there promoting that.
Well, good luck.
No, Gillies is 1837 they started. It was Van Buren's best friend. He was the first coffee merchant in America. They started in Brooklyn on Washington Street. And the guy who owns Stone Street owns it. Stone Street Coffee, what you see everywhere. He owns it, but he's never done anything with it. He bought it years ago. This is the first cafe and the only. And then he wants to spin off 4 more of our cafes, Spinelli's in the next few years in place like these. It's just the cafes and just the exclusive for the Gillies brand.
I can't
So
wait.
it's kind of exciting.
I like your good coffee.
Wait, wish you luck.
I got 2 10-pound bags for free the other day at my house. My wife's been in heaven ever since, but they're giant bags.
Will you have decaf?
Oh, yeah, we have lots for you.
Good for
Take care.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
So I think my next group,
Yes.
So,
You need to talk to him. Talk to him.
He's the
They
dad.
outside.
Here.
Their south.
No, go have a conversation with Mitch. Yeah.
Oh, thank
You
you.
can see the menu and stuff.
Ferry boat guy.
But have a conversation with Mitch.
He's a dad.
That's our ferry boat guy.
oh, he's fabulous. Me too.
We follow it.
And now you're gonna see Willet. Willet is, he's an Italian Spinelli. They're very rare. Times 3. You see him in the Seaport.
So the two we blend.
Yeah, you'll probably see. Yeah, you'll see.
Have a conversation with Mitch.
Thanks.
Hi.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome. Donuts.
Thank you. Yes.
Donuts. Right next to the favorite thing in the whole world.
Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah, basically, there's 6 applications for an on-premise license for the Staten Island ferry boats.
You're all the same?
Basically,
Yes.
What's
What's the difference? What's not?
So you said they're basically the same.
Yeah, what?
So what's different between?
I
the
see
different boats?
establishment names.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am Dean, I'm gonna be working with this. It's the structure of the boats. The first original boat, the Molinari, is 42 years old, and there's different classes. They have 3 more the newer ones that were purchased.
I even
4
remember
years ago.
Guy Home.
The oldest class, that's the only difference.
Okay.
And the locate, because of the different structure, the location of the snack area varies by levels, varies by the position of the boat.
Gotcha. So is there more than one, cafe on each boat?
No, this one.
And they're on the boats.
Yeah, they're already on the boats.
I think for the last time we talk about the music or whatever when you're coming in.
They do have the.
This has nothing, because this is.
Why not?
Sorry.
It's on the front of it. Not music, no nothing.
And they don't do buyouts.
They weren't buyouts.
So what we have to
Why did you-
discuss? We have nothing to discuss with you.
Okay.
All right,
We should have done it first.
let's call the question.
Question.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let your vote aye.
Thank you.
Good luck, good luck. Thank you for patiently waiting. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
I guess you'll send me the 6 stipulations for signing this back here?
Yep.
Yes, we
Thank
will.
you.
Thank you.
We're almost done. I want to, say 2 things. Let's see.
Okay, so when we talk, the question is, do we have budget stuff?
I don't think so. We asked, the question we put in for budget was we wanted more monitoring of sidewalk cafes, the hours, all of that. That, I don't think we've changed. There's nothing else. Well,
And
all
did
right.
we have anything to discuss on CASA, which, Tricia brought up?
Is this on?
We can talk about that here. Just for everybody on the committee, we got, Mitch,
Listen,
we got a complaint over the weekend from, neighbors around Casa, which has,
Around
on
what?
Duane Street. That
Casa.
they threw a party on Duane Street without sound permits or SAPO permits
Where's Costa?
on Duane.
No, well,
At the, closed section.
in the that space.
By the park?
Park.
Yeah.
or going down towards, going west, like,
Or Greenwich Street?
Right, by
Okay, so
100
yeah, I'm
by
not as familiar.
157 Duane. So there was one permanent event that came through the SAPO office. This was not it, and it was an advertised block party. They had amplified sound. Neighbors were pretty peeved.
oh, yeah.
There were lots of people in different conditions in the street. So the office is investigating.
Inebriated?
So my neighbor.
Look, the office is checking with SAPO, will reach back because they were serving alcohol at the street party, we understand. You can't do that if you would have the, you don't have a
What was
permit.
the street party for? Like, what was the group, the organization?
Doesn't really make a
No, I'm
difference.
just curious.
I think it was related to some, Mexican independence or something, wasn't that it?
But then they weren't checking ages.
I don't
They
know.
probably were serving anyone.
So it's
Okay.
just for you to
They
know.
did a last summer block party with live Brazilian music with Rota de Samba. And they had a cash bar, kids welcome, raffles and prizes, but they didn't apply for permits for any of it.
Liquor, kids.
Yeah.
Just all kind of stuff.
So, who's the day?
The salon and spa sponsored it together. So it would have been great if they knew the rules and regs, even though they were told that they had to apply for permits when they came here for that. So
It's kind of in your face.
Yeah.
Because we talked to them, if you remember. So we're gonna get the information and then we'll write them a letter, probably, okay? That's it. And then Jeff wrote me about.
But they were here not that long ago, right? Like the
That's
renewal is
exactly
gonna take
about
some time.
This year, yeah. And the other is the old Buddha Bar has a new name, does it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Already? I just learned that it's.
That's the one on Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's it called?
Oh, no.
Karen, what's it called? I don't know. We'll find out, but I don't know whether there are any complaints and I'll ask.
Susan, can I just say one thing?
Please.
Not from a while ago, so I don't know if it's happening now, because I haven't passed by, but they used to put the cones in front of the place. And there's so few places where somebody visiting could, like on a Friday, like on a night after like 8, 9 o'clock, and on a weekend, that street is no
They take the
parking on one
parking,
side, 8 AM to 6 PM, Monday through Friday. And so they would take like 2 or 3 spots, the bouncers would put those, like, fake cones there. And I remember a long time ago, we had complained about it, and I just haven't passed by there for a long time, so if that could be a condition that we can include in it, because, I know it's illegal, but it happens it happens.
Well, they're right next to the school there, because Lamont has a school over there.
But at 2 o'clock in the morning, if somebody's like coming back, and they just need to, like, that's the only space there, because they need to get a few hours sleep, and they can't because there's like a 300-pound bouncer there with the cone there daring you to move the cone. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, well, they're gonna either come, they're not on this one.
Okay. I'm not sure it's still happening, but I know that it has in the past,
Okay.
over the years.
You can ask when they come.
When, we're gonna ask them to come. I want to thank you all for coming and being such a good committee. And, I found, can we adjourn?
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.
And stop recording. There we go, we're done.